The U.S. Secretary of Defense, Mark Esper, is directing the deployment of elements of the Army's first Security Force Assistance Brigade to Africa to train, advise and assist missions in spotlight African countries. This move is part of a review of America's Defense Forces programs and activities to better compete with China and Russia on the continent. Now for more on this action, VOA Pentagon Correspondent Carla Babb, traveling with Secretary Esper, joins me live via phone from Munich, Germany. Carla, what is Esper saying about these changes?
Hey, Esther. So basically, Secretary of Defense Mark Esper is doing a sort of swap in Africa. He is taking out some combat troops, and he is putting in this brigade, the Security Force Assistance Brigade, which will help to partner with some of the African partners that we have on the continent. And in fact, Secretary Esper told a small group of reporters yesterday that he feels, and the AFRICOM commander feels, that this will be a better fit than the infantry brigade that's currently there. That brigade is going to be, portions of that brigade are going to be pulling out so they can prepare for the high-end fight against a potential adversary like Russia or like China. And this new brigade, or this portion of this new brigade that's going to be going in, will be helping to train African forces, much like they have done in the past in Afghanistan. We asked Secretary Esper what this is going to look like numbers-wise. Are there going to be more troops in Africa or less? And what he says is, as he understands it, it's going to be a wash, about the same number of troops on the continent. But we are looking for more specifics on that in the coming days.
Now, Carla, I'm just wondering, what is the U.S. going to do differently from what Russia and China are doing in Africa?
Well, U.S. military officials say that this SFAB, this Security Force Assistance Brigade, will be superior to anything that is offered by the Russians or the Chinese on the continent, especially on counterterrorism missions. There are some elements of Russians, especially in certain areas like CAR or Mozambique. They do have mercenaries that go in and help with counterterrorism, but the United States, officials say, is by far the biggest helper alongside of the French. I did ask Secretary Esper, I said, do you intend to put more troops into Africa to help with the counter-terror fight, because the counter-terror fight is excelling, especially in West Africa. And he told me he was not looking to put more troops in Africa. He said the French were, and they were looking at pulling some of their European allies with them to bring more on the continent.
All right, Carla, we're having a little trouble with the audio, but we did hear you well. Carla, thank you so much. VOA Pentagon Correspondent Carla Babb reporting live via phone from Munich, Germany.